Lotu-Iiga.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it's my great pleasure to stand and speak in this general debate and to support not just the Prime Minister, John Key, but also the Social Development Minister, Paula Bennett, for the reforms that were recently announced in welfare. Sir, these changes are welcome, and we all know that because the statistics are quite clear. We know that 13% of our working age population are on the benefit. Sir, we also know that $7 billion is spent on benefits annually. That's $20 million a day. And if you think in terms of 5 minutes that member just talked about, it's $67,000 for that 5-minute speech by Mr. Peters. But crucially, sir, it's about the 200,000 kids who grow up in welfare-dependent families every day. And that, sir, is an abomination. Sir, long-term welfare dependency, as has already been demonstrated by the speeches today, is about failure for those families and failure for those kids. And this government, this national government, is about standing up and making change. It's about doing something about an area of the law that does not work. And we believe, sir, that those that are able to work should work. But we also know that those that are looking to work also need encouragement, they need support, and sometimes they need a little bit of incentives, financial incentives. But crucially here, sir, in terms of the reforms, is that we believe that those who genuinely need help will receive that help. So these reforms are not just window dressing, sir. It's about changing the focus, the attitude and the behaviour of those that are on welfare. There'll be a greater emphasis on work and support in every way, because it's about supporting the aspirations of those who are on a benefit to go forward and get work. It's about getting behind people so that they can achieve what they aspire to be and not what they can't be. And we want to target those resources, Mr. Peters. We want to target those resources on the long-term welfare dependent because we want to support young people in order for them to stay in education, or in order for them to get training or trades training and get into work. And sir, we also want to provide financial incentives to provide for budgeting services, as Mr. Burrows has already mentioned, and also for parenting programs for those on the domestic purposes benefit in order for them to get the wraparound service that they deserve, sir. So we're no longer going to hand over benefits without some level of obligation and some level of commitment for those that actually receive those benefits. And as I stand here next to my colleague Alfred Nuttall, and as migrants to this country, sir, we came here for jobs and opportunities. We came here not to be on long-term welfare dependency, but we came here to gain the jobs and opportunities and live in a better country. So this program, this series of reforms will be about work availability. It will be about delivering expectations and obligations. It's really about a partnership between the state, who provides funding for beneficiaries, and for those that receive it. And sir, I just recall in last year's campaign, I met a young 18-year-old lady who was heavily pregnant and who had an 18-month-old son. Sir, she was living in a cold, damp garage. And Mr. Peters might want to laugh at this young lady, but she was a person that definitely needed help. She was falling through the cracks and living in squalor in a damp, cold garage. And sir, these reforms will actually support this young lady by giving her income support, by giving her some budgeting services, by allowing for her to get some parenting services, and also for her to access training in order for her to go forward in her life. Sir, this lady would support these reforms of the National Party. Sir, it's about getting people back to work. It's about supporting those that want to work. I support these reforms. I support our Honourable Minister and the Prime Minister in bringing about long overdue reforms, sir.
Point of order, the Honourable Dr Nick Smith.
Mr Speaker, I seek leave of the House, understanding Order 354, to make a personal explanation in respect of allegations that were made against me by the Honourable Winston Peters during question time today.
Leave is sought by the Honourable Member to make a personal explanation. Is there any objection? There is no objection. The Honourable Dr Nick Smith.
Mr Speaker, today in question time, Mr Peters alleged in the House that I had given big contracts to brothers involved in the construction business during my